Julie Chrisley is sharing all the secrets behind her perfect Southern Thanksgiving meal. Move over, pioneer woman, because the Chrisley matriarch is taking over the holiday season. Earlier this week, Chrisley Knows Thanksgiving made its debut on Peacock. The new holiday special shows Julie cooking in the kitchen with her family. Julie previously admitted that her family gets fiercely competitive when it comes to cooking. You better pay attention when you watch the special because she'll be sharing some of her favorite Thanksgiving dishes. In a new interview, Julie talks about her favorite dish and what her husband, Todd Chrisley, likes to eat. Julie Chrisley shares her favorite Thanksgiving dish. Todd and Julie Chrisley are currently promoting their new show, Chrisley Knows Thanksgiving, which premiered on Wednesday, November 18 on Peacock. The Thanksgiving-focused episode shows Julie Chrisley teaching her kids Chloe Chrisley, Grayson Chrisley, Chase Chrisley, and Savannah Chrisley how to cook a Thanksgiving dinner. But it's not just any Thanksgiving dinner. It's the perfect Southern Thanksgiving meal that's sure to make people drool. Julie told online that her kids are more focused on being the best in the kitchen. However, her passion is to make the best Southern Thanksgiving meal. She shared her favorite dish out of all the dishes she makes, and she makes a lot. My carrot cake is probably the favorite, Julie Chrisley admitted. Meanwhile, her husband Todd Chrisley said that he doesn't have a favorite because everything is that good. But there are some dishes that even he doesn't like. He shared his least favorite dish. I love 98% of what he puts on the table, Todd said. There's 2% in there where you tried some wonky that I don't like. And I do not like the casserole. There's a special meaning behind this Thanksgiving episode. Todd and Julie want to pass these traditions on to their children. They're hoping that their favorite dishes and traditions will live on. Since Chase and Savannah live on their own, they can share them with their own families one day. What else does the Chrisley Knows best star like to cook? Reality Tidbit shared some of the family's other Thanksgiving secrets. Rather than cooking apple pie or pumpkin pie, Julie Chrisley loves to bake as much as she loves to cook. She makes sure to leave a sweet treat for her family every night. Her kids have taken to social media in the past to share some of her delicious desserts. Julie Chrisley will often make banana pudding or wet chocolate cake. Of course, the Chrisley Southern Thanksgiving meal will include the main bird and side dishes. Julie previously shared how to make her broccoli slaw and sweet potato casserole, both of which require the basics that can be easily found around the kitchen. Even from behind prison walls, Julie Chrisley is proving that nothing, not even time away from home, can take the Southern hostess out of her. With the holidays approaching and Thanksgiving just around the corner, Julie has opened up in a rare letter to her family and fans, detailing her dream Southern Thanksgiving feast, a meal full of heritage, heart, and a whole lot of butter. The handwritten note, which Savannah Chrisley read aloud during her latest Unlocked podcast episode, had listeners in tears and belly laughs. As Julie's words flowed, one thing was clear. While her current reality may be miles away from the family kitchen she ruled for decades, her spirit and seasoning remain as strong as ever. A letter from the heart and the hearth. My kitchen might be cold steel now instead of granite countertops, Julie began, but in my heart, I'm still standing barefoot in front of the stove, wearing an apron, listening to Bing Crosby, and calling out to Todd to taste the gravy. She continued, Thanksgiving has always been my favorite holiday. No presents, no pressure, just people, stories, and a table so full it groans louder than Todd watching football. Julie's message was laced with her signature Southern warmth, vivid food memories, and gentle humor that made her a fan favorite on Chrisley Knows Best. Julie's dream Southern Thanksgiving menu. Here's what Julie Chrisley says she'd be cooking if she were home in Nashville this year, down to the last crusted pecan and simmering pot of greens. The turkey, brined, buttered, and baked with prayer. Julie's turkey isn't just seasoned, it's baptized in flavor. I start brining it 3 days in advance, she wrote. Brown sugar, fresh herbs, a little orange peel. Then I slather it with rosemary garlic butter until it's shinier than Todd's forehead after a facial. She admitted to saying a little prayer every year before putting it in the oven, not for the turkey to cook right, but so no one fights before dessert. Cornbread dressing, the real star. Stuffing is what Northerners do. In the South, it's dressing, and it's sacred. Julie insists on making hers from scratch. Homemade cornbread, celery, onion, sage, and just enough chicken stock to keep it moist but not soggy. And don't even talk to me about raisins or apples in it. That's a crime against the South. She even recalled a Thanksgiving where Chase tried to sneak bacon bits into the dressing. I told him if he wanted to experiment, he could do it with his hair gel, not my recipes. Mac and cheese. Baked, not stovetop. Julie's mac and cheese could be mistaken for a golden casserole crown jewel. Made with 5 cheeses. Yes, 5. She bakes it until it's bubbling and brown on top. There's a crust. There's a pull. There's a moment of silence when people take that first bite. That's how I know I've done it right. Collard greens. Cooked low, slow, and with soul. You can't rush greens, Julie explained. They need time. They need love. And they need a good ham hock. Her collards simmer for hours on the stove with vinegar, onion, and a whole lot of soul. If your kitchen doesn't smell like Grandma's house by hour 3, start over. Sweet potato casserole with marshmallows and pecans. Julie settled a long-standing family debate by doing what she does best, compromising with flair. Half the dish is topped with toasted marshmallows for Savannah. The other half has brown sugar pecan crumble for Grayson. And Todd. He eats from the middle so he doesn't take sides. Julie doesn't believe in choosing one pie. On her table, 3 pies, minimum. Pecan pie. Sticky, sweet, and unapologetic. Just like me. Pumpkin pie. With fresh nutmeg and a dollop of homemade whipped cream. Buttermilk pie. It's the underdog dessert. Rich, tangy, and southern through and through. She even makes a chess pie some years. When I want to show off. Family memories and kitchen chaos. The letter wasn't all about food. Julie got candid about the beautiful chaos that made Thanksgiving so special. She reminisced about a young Savannah burning the rolls 3 years in a row. About Todd getting in the way in the kitchen and being banished to the garage to supervise the folding chairs. About Chase dropping a pie on the floor and still trying to serve it with a wink. My kitchen was noisy. My table was messy. My gravy bowl was chipped. But there was joy, she wrote. Even when the turkey got too dry or someone forgot the cranberry sauce. Again, it was perfect, because we were together. This year, from afar. Though she can't be home this year, Julie said she's still planning to cook, as much as she can from within prison walls. I found a few kindred spirits who missed their family kitchens too. We're pooling commissary items and recipes to make a kind of potluck. It won't be fancy, but it'll be heartfelt. She shared plans to make a cornbread muffin stuffing with canned chicken, some instant mashed potatoes, and even a pie-like pudding thing that she swears tastes like home if you close your eyes. I'm bringing Thanksgiving with me, even here, because love isn't limited by place. It's carried through every memory, every bite. Savannah's promise. Savannah, who choked up while reading the letter, promised to cook her mother's full menu at home this year in her honor. She taught me everything I know, she said. I've got her dressing recipe written on an old index card with flour smudges and butter fingerprints. That's what I'll be making this year, with her voice in my head telling me not to overbake the crust. The legacy of Julie's table. Julie Chrisley's Southern Thanksgiving may be paused in practice, but in spirit, it's more alive than ever. Her menu is more than a checklist of dishes. It's a legacy of love, resilience, laughter, and unapologetically full plates. Thanksgiving isn't about perfection, she closed in her letter. It's about showing up. For your people, for your past, and for yourself. And this year, despite the distance, Julie Chrisley is still showing up, with a heart full of gratitude and recipes that refuse to be forgotten.